All right. Good morning, my people. Rokani Media Football it is, and we're here to obviously bring you what happened late in the night. And that was Slot humbled by Enrique in Paris and Barca destroyed at Camp Nou by a team known as Atletico Madrid. Good morning, my people, and I really love you all. And it's always nice talking to you in here. And thank you for always keeping it the Rokani Media Football. And I saw these two games. I watched them, and as I told you, PSG is at another level. That is it. If anyone really thinks that PSG is known to another level as far as Liverpool is concerned, then you are just blindfolded or deluded. But you saw it yesterday that in the 11th minute, Desire Dowie went ahead to obviously score a color, dropping his shoulder onto the right or dropping his right shoulder and went ahead to obviously curl that ball at the back of the net. The goalkeeper of Liverpool couldn't come to the rescue. And Kivisha Kvaratskhelia also went ahead to obviously, the others calling Kvaratskhelia, but you understand him better. 65th minute, went ahead to obviously see Liverpool do the needful. But for whoever never watched this game, there are things you'll never obviously get to know, that this team had 17 shots at goal of Liverpool, and Liverpool only had 3. You understand? So Liverpool was in survival mode. That's the mode they're living in. They are living in a survival mode in there onto what we call that stadium that is called Parc des Princes in France. In there, 7 shots on target by PSG, and Liverpool had 0 shots on target. It shows you how ugly they looked on the day. And the manager went in with a defensive mind, but PSG created a lot of chances, I tell you. A lot of chances were created by PSG in that particular encounter. And I tell you what, I feel for Liverpool, but it was a mistake they made during the summer transfer window because they never strengthened their central defense. That is it. And midfield, Liverpool was really outclassed totally. And it was just good on their side that they never went ahead to obviously concede the very many goals that they were supposed to concede. So that is Liverpool for you. So I want to let you know that a lot of things happen on that pitch. 74% ball possession by PSG, and Liverpool had 26. 733 passes completed by PSG, and Liverpool completed 255. Oh my God. So that is it. And that's how things will went ahead to pan out for the club of Liverpool. As I told you, it won't survive in there for you. And a lot of things that you people never saw. But I've gone ahead to see the manager defending himself for not starting Mohamed Salah, and I'm like, this is why such managers are supposed to obviously get sacked. Because you ask yourself, which player do you have on the bench that can single-handedly come up and obviously change the game? It is Mohamed Salah, and he never played a single minute, and you left him on the bench. You understand? You brought on Cody Gakpo, and when has Cody Gakpo went ahead to obviously change a game of that caliber? Big question. Isak returning from injury, you brought him on. You brought on Trey Nyoni, Curtis Jones, and you never went ahead to bring on Mohamed Salah, meaning that they are back to their wall. You get? And they've always told you that no person survives in a capsizing ship. But I tell you, as Liverpool is capsizing, Mohamed Salah might survive and Ancelotti might be sacked. And I tell you, if Ancelotti gets sacked and a manager like Alonso really is given the job, the first person to switch talk to stay at Liverpool, I think he will switch talk Mohamed Salah because he needs his experience. Amid him having a very bad season in the Premier League or a very bad season at Liverpool, his numbers speak for themselves that even at his worst, Salah can come up and obviously get you 5 goals and 6 assists in the Premier League with 22 games played. In the Champions League, 3 goals and 2 assists, and he's playing in for a struggling team. You get? So, a lot has happened. And for a player that really got you 29 goals last season in the Premier League, and 18 assists, if you get into this season and you fall apart with him, then everyone will be like, what's wrong with the manager? Because this player went ahead, obviously, to give him what he wanted last season, and he cannot obviously make him cannot make him the player he was last season, meaning that a lot is not happening well in that dressing room. It's not going well in the dressing room of Arsenal. So, for not playing Mohamed Salah a minute in the game of PSG, said the last part of the game was about surviving for us. This was a 20 to 25 minutes where we were only defending, and it's better to save his energy for the upcoming games. And this is a stupid answer. So, if you're in the survival mode, who is the best player when it comes to playing a transition game at Liverpool? It's Mohamed Salah. What do? Get him on, right? And tell him, stay in those areas. Let these other players defend. And when they get the ball, let them play it in the spaces. And you'll see how Salah really kills up a team. But it's not yet over, because Anfield is Anfield. But I think it's not the Anfield that it was for the yesteryears, but this season, it is really one of those that you cannot obviously come and bet on that they can turn around things in there for you. So, from there, we do have Virgil van Dijk on the defeat. He said the only positive thing is we play them again next week. We had few small moments on the break. We could have done better. I'm not happy, obviously. So, that is Virgil van Dijk. And Liverpool need to obviously come to their senses and say, we need to really move on players. Let Virgil van Dijk go. If they want Salah out, let him go. And they failed to solve this Salah equation when he went to the African Cup of Nations, where they would have gone ahead to back their manager and obviously tell the player that, please, we are going to sell you from AFCON. Find a team where you're supposed to play at. Simple, because things like that do really happen in there for you. So that is all about Liverpool and PSG. Even last season, that's how it ended, 1-0 in there for you. And I think they came in here and what will happen? Did PSG beat them in here also? So it was really hard. I think they went to penalties and PSG went through. So we wait and see what will happen in there for you. Now, when we go to Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, Kubasi went ahead to do the same thing that he did. You remember that season when he was really thrown in? You remember that season when he was thrown in? When he was thrown in, guess what went ahead to happen? This guy, known as Kubasi, was sent off when they were playing against PSG, and they had beaten PSG, is it 3-2 in there, and then PSG came back here, and because of the red card, the Mbappes went ahead to destroy Barcelona at Camp Nou. So, this time round, Kubasi did the same thing, and in the 44th minute, he went ahead to obviously get a red card, and the referee first gave him a yellow card, but after giving him a yellow card, it was subjected to a VAR review, and VAR was like, it's supposed to be a red card. So after the red card, they remained 10. And in that particular moment, where he really went ahead to really foul a player at the D of the 18 box area, Julian Alvarez went ahead to really score a very beautiful free kick. And I think after scoring that free kick, very many Arsenal fans were like, get him in immediately, because he's the player we need to obviously kill off games like never before. So the player is really very important. And after scoring that free kick, guess what happened? Barcelona played, attacked their penalty calls like two, But in the 70th minute, Alexander Solth came off the bench and made it 2-0 for the side of Atletico Madrid. And however much they were left with a man down, Barcelona had 15 shots, and Atletico had 5. 8 shots on target by Barcelona, 3 shots on target by Atletico, meaning that Atletico was really very clinical. 55% ball possession by Barcelona and 45% ball possession by Atletico. 545 passes completed by Barcelona and 421 in there. So, I tell you, even this one is not yet done. That is it. This one is not yet done. As I told you, it will be decided at the Wanda Metropolitano Stadium. That's where it will be decided. So, thank you very much for watching through. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun. And I've gone ahead to obviously bring you these stories, and you guys will enjoy them to the fullest. Not so. So, keep it Rokani Media Football. But Julian Alvarez was the man of the match for the side of Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid, and then Kvaratskhelia was the man of the match in the game of Liverpool versus what is the name of the team that they were playing? PSG versus Liverpool. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. That was the little that I had obviously coming through and really get to you. But keep it this channel, and more will obviously drop at your will. And we won't stop. That is it. We'll keep giving you more and more stories about these so-called sites. And thank you for obviously loving us, and continue to subscribe. Good morning. First video of the day, early morning opener, and that means we are set for a marathon on the day.